So question for you, are you snacking excessively? Now I would say that if you eat a 1 to 4 ratio of snacks versus natural foods, then you're doing all right. But if ever it slips towards the other side, i.e. eating more snacks than say 20% of your calories, then I'd say that you're doing a bit of a bad job and that needs to be corrected. There's good reason for this. Snacks or packaged food tends to inflame our bodies. That means that we can feel aches when we don't normally feel aches. It can stiffen our arteries, it can slow our brains, it can increase our likelihood of cancer, etc. And this is because we're consuming foods that our bodies aren't really meant to consume. For example, I had a patient not long ago, and this individual had pain in their legs that just wasn't going. And part of the reason why is because their snacks or packaged food was in the opposite ratio, i.e. they were consuming about 70 to 80% of their foods from packaged sources, a lot of biscuits, chocolate, sweets, where that should have been reversed and they should be getting far more of their food, at least 80+%, in a natural form. Now, one question I asked this individual was, if you were to look at your diet, you tell me how much you think looks like it could have come from your garden, i.e. looks like it could have been grown in your garden. Those are your fruits and your vegetables, but also even your breads, right? So your breads and your potatoes, your rices, they look like they could come from your garden. For example, bread looks like it comes from wheat, which you've grown in your garden. And then chicken or pork or meat, especially if it's lean, obviously I don't eat that, but if you do eat it, it looks like you could rear it in your garden. However, when it comes to things like chocolate bars or crisps or chicken nuggets, these things are packaged, they look artificial, and they're quite far removed from what you might expect to find in your garden. Now, a few tips here to reduce the amount of snacks that you're eating. One, which our life coaches here at the clinic quite like, is pairing. So normally people pair their snacks with certain events in their life. For example, might be that when they watch TV, they like chocolate. When they pack their packed lunch, they put a chocolate bar in there. When they get up in the morning, the first thing they want to do is go to Starbucks, where they'll have a high sugar, high fat latte or something like that. Now, if you could just reverse the pairing or change the pairing, you don't change by not snacking at all, you just couple, for example, television with an apple, or even a healthy option might even be some popcorn or something like that, so low calorie popcorn, rather than a high sugar, high fat packaged snack. Another thing you can do is actually tally it up. So you have a score chart, and each day you'll score how much natural food you're eating versus how much artificial food or packaged food, processed food that you're eating. And each day you just try and shift it so there's more in the tally under natural food and less in the tally under unnatural food. But I would say the best option is to experiment and start to enjoy your cooking again. Start to experiment with different cuisines: Thai, Chinese, Indian, Caribbean, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern. They offer a fantastic number of different types of small edibles and snacks that you can eat instead of the packaged foods. And the last tip I'll give you is just to use MyFitnessPal. If you use MyFitnessPal, you can quite easily calculate the number of calories that you're eating on a day-to-day basis, and you will quite quickly see, especially because on MyFitnessPal, which is an app, you can use a barcode scanner, you can scan the foods that you're eating, you can quite quickly see that a lot of the foods that you're eating, which are packaged, really increase your sugar, fat and calorie intake. So those are my tips. You'll find that if you snack less, your energy levels will probably be more stable. Or let's say if you snack on the right things, your energy levels will be more stable. You will be far less likely to suffer from long-term health issues or chronic diseases. One thing I like to do is just, as soon as I go shopping, I will load up with fruit and veg to snack on during the week, whenever I like. So my favourites will be pineapple, apple, maybe melon, peaches, pears, blueberries, raspberries, anything like that. And you will find that it's far easier for you to be disciplined just during that 30 minutes that you're food shopping, i.e. when you don't buy the snacks, or the unhealthy snacks, versus when you have bought the snacks and you're at home 24/7. It's far easier to be disciplined during those 30 minutes at a food shop rather than the 24/7 when you're in your home with those snacks, because if it's there, you're probably going to eat it. If you need any help to improve your eating, then there's a few people at the clinic that you can speak to, our life coaches and counsellors, or our personal trainers, and they both offer free consultations. So if you'd like, feel free to go to www.revitalizeclinic.co.uk/book-appointment, and you can get booking as soon as you can for a free consultation. Thank you.